You see it in the title. You know what it is. In today's video, we will follow up in our series on the different demographics of this great country called America. In this video, we will cover the 10 blackest states with the highest percentage of black people, not necessarily the most black people. These type of videos are very popular, no matter if it's just curiosity or, believe it or not, some people prefer to live with others that look like them or avoid places where the majority of people look different. I'm not here to judge. As in our previous video on the whitest states, we will also tell you what the state is doing great and not so great, just to give you an honest opinion so you can come to your own conclusions. Enough of the pre-flight talk. Let's get ready for liftoff. Number 10, New York. The Empire State has the 10th highest percentage of black people. The state has a population of 19,469,232 people, of which 17.44% are black. New York scores in the top 10 with the 9th best rating in both healthcare and education, which are some of the most important categories to the majority of people. But don't get too excited, as New York is the second worst state for opportunities for its residents. You know, that sounds wrong, as many people move to the city of New York to try to make it. It ends up scoring poorly in this category with the 4th worst state in affordability. And it's the 2nd worst state for taxes. If you watch my other videos, you know I hate unfair taxes. Number 9, Virginia. The birthplace of America is nothing like its distant cousin, West Virginia, which was the whitest state in the country. The state of Virginia has a population of 8,752,297 people, of which 20.57% are black. It has a lot of average or better than average rankings. Its best ranking is in public safety, which is 8th best in the U.S. Public safety is crime, so Virginia is a safe place to live or raise a family. Now, this is one thing it shares with West Virginia, which also ranks great in public safety. The worst ranking is the 13th worst state in infrastructure, where it has the 13th worst ranking in energy and the 14th worst ranking in internet access. Number 8, North Carolina. The Tar Heel State has a population of 10,975,017 people, with 21.8% being black. North Carolina scores as the 17th best state overall, where it scores average or a little above average or a little below average in almost all categories. Its worst score is public safety, but that is only ranked as the 15th worst in America. Personally, I wouldn't be concerned with that ranking, especially because of the Second Amendment, but I understand you might feel differently. Its best ranking is in fiscal stability, which, remember, many of the whitest states scored poorly in that category. So extra points to North Carolina for being run properly. They have the 19th best ranking in that category. As a side note, they also scored 14th best in economy and 16th best in education. North Carolina sounds like a great state to live. Not sure why it doesn't get more love on most of the lists. Number 7, Delaware. This is the first state in the United States of America and one of the 13 original states. It has a total population of 1,044,321 people, of which 22.44% are Black. It is the holder of the fifth best ranking in opportunity for its residents, where it scores best state in the country for the subcategory of equality. It does have the 18th worst ranking in crime and corrections, but its public safety is 23rd worst, which is almost average. Not bad at all. Number 6, South Carolina. Another Carolina to make the list. However, things aren't as good as its cousins to the north, rankings-wise. South Carolina has a population of 5,464,155 people, of which 26.04% are Black. It's not the safest state, as public safety is the 6th worst in the U.S. and education is 9th worst. That being said, it has the 18th best ranking in fiscal stability. If I'm 100% honest, I have several friends from the Carolinas, and I always forget or mix up which one they are from. They're both definitely on my bucket list of states that I want to visit, as I haven't been to either the North or South of Carolina. Number 5, Alabama. Now, Alabama is one of the most affordable states you can live. And shout out to Huntsville, the jewel of Alabama. The state has a population of 5,143,033 people, with 26.23% being Black. Alabama suffers with the 7th worst rankings in both education and healthcare, which are some of the most important categories. Now, its affordability maybe makes up for it. It's the second best or lowest cost of living in America, and it has the 4th best ranking in housing affordability. So if you are struggling financially, then maybe look to move to Alabama. Number 4, Maryland. The Old Line State has a population of 6,196,525 people, with 31.27% being Black. Now, if you have health issues, Maryland is the state to be, with the 4th best ranking in the country in healthcare. Now, if you plan to work or start a business, Maryland might not be as great, as it has the 9th worst economy in the nation, where it scores 9th worst for business environment and 12th worst in growth. Number 3, Georgia. The Peach State has 11,145,304 people, of which 31.4% are Black. Atlanta ranks very high on many lists for the city that attracts the most successful and wealthy Black Americans. Some refer to the state as the Empire State of the South, which the Empire State is New York. It shouldn't surprise you then that its best ranking is economy, where it's the 11th best state. Healthcare is the 10th worst in the country, though. The state is so successful, it really needs to improve its healthcare. Number 2, Louisiana. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Louisiana was ranked the worst state in the country to live, so don't expect too much good from the state. Its population is 4,559,475 people, of which 34.23% are Black. Crime and corrections and the economy is the worst in the U.S. Infrastructure is the 2nd worst, Opportunities for its residents is the third worst in the country. It got more poor rankings, but we're going to move on. Not sure why anyone would live in Louisiana, but it does have the 13th best rank for fiscal stability. But I'm sorry, that doesn't make up for being the worst state. Number 1, Mississippi. Another sad state about the only thing going for it is its percentage of black people, if that's important to you. Mississippi has a population of 2,940,452 people, of which 39.08% are black. The economy and healthcare are both ranked the second worst state in America. Its best ranking is 25th, which is dead average, in public safety. Now, I must say, Mississippi is holder of a lower cost of living and best housing affordability, so that's obviously positive. Now, as you probably know, Washington, D.C., or the District of Columbia, is not considered a state. However, if it was, it would be number 1 on our list, as 48.49% of the 686,995 people are black. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel as I try to make the long road to 1,000 subs. If you watch this video and are curious on what the whitest states are, please click here to watch this video.